never absolutely hated the idea of a 9-to-5 job. In fact, for some people, it's the perfect fit. But for me, the idea of being able to work from wherever you want, work whenever you want, take off whenever you want, and not have to ask anyone's permission to do so has always been extremely appealing. Today I want to share how I built my business up to this point and how I made sure that I'm working for myself. Not to knock traditional jobs, but just to show you what's possible when you put your mind to something. By the way, if you're interested in online business and you want to interact with me, definitely join my school community, which is the first link in the description. Now, my family has always worked traditional office jobs, 9 to 5, so the structure and stability of a paycheck is something that they always tried to convince me of and make me understand. When I got introduced to online business, I made the decision that trading the structure and stability of the paycheck for unlimited growth potential in my business and my freedom is well worth it. Now, of course, in business, nothing is guaranteed, which adds an extra layer of stress. Most of the time, especially when you're starting out, you don't know when your next client will come, where they'll come from, if they'll even ever come at all, and if you do get a client, you aren't really sure how long you'll be able to keep them. So let's get into what I did to make this whole thing a reality for myself. I started my digital marketing business around the same time that I started college. Now, since I went to college, I always felt that if I didn't play my cards right, I could end up just getting complacent and going for that job that I didn't really want. Around this time, I had minimal experience in business. I had worked for my friend's Facebook ads agency for a couple months, and I started to try and pick up my own clients for social media management and content creation. I always looked at this as a long-term play, so to build my experience, I was offering my services for super low rates. In some cases, I was even offering my services for free just to build that experience. Now, for the rest of that year and for a year or two after that, I was only really managing 1 to 3 small clients at a time. This is when I started to think to myself, I really need to grow this business now or else I'm just going to end up having to get that job. So my plan here was to dive aggressively into outreach and to start this YouTube channel to document my journey. I picked up the phone, did a ton of cold calls, sent a ton of Instagram DMs, cold emails, you name it, but I did not see much success from that. As a result of this, I decided to turn back to something that I had only briefly tried before, and that is Upwork. Upwork is a site where businesses come and search for service providers for anything digital, so it could be web design, Facebook ads, Google ads, social media management, anything like that. I really liked Upwork because, unlike anything else, it gave me a pool of people that were constantly looking for the service that I'm providing, which again is content creation and social media management. Now, as I got more consistent with sending out proposals on Upwork, I started to get more replies, which led eventually to me getting my first few clients on Upwork. This was great for me because Upwork tracks your work history on the platform, so it was tracking that I've now had a couple of clients, have some work history, and it also shows the money that you've made, and clients can see this, right? So now that I had some history under my belt that clients on Upwork can see, it was easier for me to get more clients on Upwork. Once I saw how this was starting to work out for me, I really decided to just double down and get super aggressive with the Upwork outreach. Now, after all those beginning years and after about a year of super consistent Upwork outreach, service delivery, managing a team, maintaining client relationships, I was finally able to get my business to a point that I was comfortable with and to a point that allowed me to avoid having to get that job that I didn't want. I'd say the biggest takeaway in this is not the vehicle that I used to get here, but the persistence that it took to build my business to this point. Now, what I mean to say is you just have to decide and fully commit to owning a business and doing whatever it takes to get yourself off the ground. And it will take time. This is why I absolutely love online business, because you don't need anything besides a phone or a laptop to learn the skills to start a business and then actually start one. You have no setup costs, no materials needed, and no need to pay rent for an office or anything like that. Now, all this being said, this is a huge commitment, and oftentimes you will be working a job or going to school while trying to build something like this. This means that you will have to work constantly to make this actually work. You'll probably be spending most of the hours that you're not working or in school on the business, but that's really the only way you can get yourself off the ground. It's kind of ironic because in trying to avoid a 9 to 5, you end up working much longer hours than that, and you think about your business 24/7 anyway. This is more of a job that does not stop, and you have to be ready for that. Again, especially in the beginning. Anyway, that is my story and how I avoided having to get a 9-to-5 job. Again, this is not to bash 9-to-5 jobs at all. You can make great money in 9-to-5 jobs as well. This is just something that I wanted to do. So if you enjoyed this video and want to ask me any questions, whether it be about online business, Upwork, how I built my business to this point, definitely join my free school community, which is the first link in my description. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one.